What's up, y'all? It's Trenius, and you tuned into the infamous Living Room Network. Divine powers are always working for us because we're just trying to do right. 1 month I am lit challenge. Make sure that you're making sure that every time you ever think about feeling down and out or busted, disgusted, whatever the case may be, if it's not positive and it's negative energy, you just re-jog your memory in that moment, and just continue to be an observer and say to yourself, I am lit. I am lit. I'm on fire. I'm courageous. I'm full of life. I'm focused on this moment right now. I'm not focused on the future. I'm not focused on the past. I'm lit right now. I'm going to make things happen today. So make sure you're waking up every single day saying it to yourself, because divine power is always working for us because we're trying to make ourselves better, other people's lives better, and the world a better place. So let's get right down into it, folks. We're going to talk about intuition. First things first. Everybody has a different intuition. Don't let me sidetrack you. Remember, only take what you can, what you need, and if you don't need it, just let it go, okay? So by the end of this video, just make sure you press like if you did take some gold nuggets with you. Speak up, let your voice be heard, let us know what you think. Everybody has a different intuition, meaning you talk to yourself different than I do, because we explain things differently, right? We hear things differently. We perceive things differently. Therefore, the memories that we have in our head about what happened in our day are going to be totally different from the next person. It's almost like common sense to us. So one thing you need to know is that me and you are two different people. However, both of our intuitions does talk to us. Like we do talk to ourselves. I don't care what nobody says. There's a lot of people out there that be like, I don't talk to myself. I never talk to myself. That is so bogus. Like, no. Sadly mistaken. This person is lying. That everybody talks to themselves. And if you don't talk to yourself, you start talking to yourself more often. Because it's a practice of self-consciousness. Not to say this being self-conscious is always the best thing, but it helps you build a relationship with the inner Christ consciousness within yourself, because we're all Christ-like, and that power is within us. The Creator's power is within all of us. So it's only right that we build a relationship with this inner guidance system called the intuition, which is a higher self, the voice that always tells us what we're supposed to be doing that we never listen to. We end up getting in trouble because we don't listen to our inner guidance system. We don't listen to our intuition. It's always there. It's always talking. Speaking of not listening to our intuition, there have been many times where you have not listened to your intuition, but it always seems like you're getting by. It always seems like you get over. So you might be questioning yourself whether or not your intuition is really something there to help you, and that you're not able to manipulate yourself. Well, the truth is, our intuition talks to us in different degrees for whatever it wants us to understand. Like, for instance, if you're on the verge of dying, or if you're on the verge of running into a very, very bad relationship with a very, very bad person that you didn't know there was going to be a bad relationship or a bad person, it's just that your intuition was really pulling you back, through making you feel bad about it, like health wise, like you were getting headaches. You weren't feeling right in your stomach area. You might have had really bad upset stomach or whatever. You may have had people come around you and tell you things about the relationship that you were going into that were trying to keep you away from that person. Every time you're with this person, it's like it never goes right. When you go out on the dates, they never go right. All kinds of things around you. Even your inner guidance system telling you, like, you might not want to go hang with this person tonight. You might not want to, be around this person because this person is not the type of person that we need to be around. Like, our chemistry is totally different from this person. And like I said, everybody's different, folks. Everybody's different. So, of course, you get that thing like opposites attract. Opposites do attract. However, there are just some things you just don't really supposed to be attracted to, even though you might be attracted to it. You see what I'm saying? There are some people's energy who you just really cannot vibe with. They're not meant for you to be with. You know, so that's why we have to get in a great relationship with ourselves so that we can understand our intuition better, because our intuition will never tell us nothing that we don't need to know. The intuition always tells us what we need to know, not what we want to know. It's just that we try to go back and override it and tell ourselves things that we want to know because we're more egotistical. We are egotistical, as a matter of fact. And so, you know, how to release this intuition is how it's like you just basically have to build a relationship with yourself more. For those of you who are in relationships or whatever, want to get out of relationships, and your intuition is telling you need to, yes, you need to. For those of you who have a household of your own, or maybe you have a husband or a boyfriend or a girlfriend, you need to find time to meditate. You need to find time where you're by yourself, you're chilling by yourself, and you're building up this inner guidance relationship with your inner guidance system. You know, and the more you do this repeatedly over and over, the more you will feel comfortable about who you is as a human being, as an individual. And this ties into a whole lot of other things. This goes into self-confidence. This goes into your aura, your radiance, how much energy you have. Because the more confident you feel about yourself, the more you are in touch with your inner guidance system, the more you can listen to your intuition and actually trust yourself, because it is yourself, it's your higher self. The better off you will be. The better your energy will be when you go around places, because you will feel comfortable with yourself. You got to realize every time we go around people and we're talking and having conversations with people in social groups, wherever we go to, you know, to the restaurants, or we go out to the movies, or if we're in school learning with our friends and whatnot, in the library. Even though we're having conversations with the public and people around us, or people that we are bosses over, we still have a conversation with ourselves before we do anything. And some of you might be teachers like me. I'm a teacher, but I guarantee you, if you look inside my brain with some type of brain scan, you will see that the words came up before I even said it, because I have to think of everything before I say it, and I have to balance out the Libra scales of whether or not you'll be comfortable receiving it. And I just become so good at this that it looks like I'm just talking off the top of my head, but I actually know everything before I'm about to say it right now, because I suck at speaking, I suck at rhetoric, I suck at getting messages across to people in ways they can understand. But I just have made myself better with reading a green screen of space in my mind. I have become like really good at just reading the words in my mind before I actually speak it. And so you can do the same thing, but that's only if you build up a relationship with your inner self. And this is how you get in touch with your inner guidance system. So sit down in the bed sometime and just look at some videos on YouTube, you know, watch some of my videos, or, you know, after you get through hanging out with your friends, go back and just analyze everything y'all talked about. Talk to yourself, speak to yourself. You'll be surprised how much answers will bubble up inside your mind about things that are actually, you know, going on at the time that could help you. You know, that's the spirit within you. That's the spirit within you. And we all have this power. We all have this power. And this is really how you become more awakened and more enlightened, because it's just really you getting in touch with your higher self. So speak up, let your voice be heard. If this message touched you, if it resonated with you, if you feel otherwise, speak up, let your voice be heard. Let us know what you think. Make sure you like this video and share another video with one of your friends. If you're a RAM team member, thank you so much for tuning in. I'm Trenius, guys, of the infamous Living Room Network. I'll see you in a minute. Peace.